Okay. That would be Karen White's Superwoman. And today is Friday, so happy Friday. The song is so fitting for what I want to talk about today because over this week I've had this wonderful opportunity. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat. Let me drink some water. Me. All right, I'm better now. So, as I was saying, I had the wonderful opportunity this weekend to be there for a lot of the women in my life, and the themes seem to be the same for all of them. They are these strong, wonderful super women who are just running on E, and they're tired, they're frustrated, and they just need some reprieve. And I'm going to go ahead and raise my hand right now and just tell you guys that I am a superwoman myself. Hi, my name is Janice, and I'm a superwoman. And I promise I've been trying to retire this invisible S and the cape that flows effortlessly from my neck for a while now, and it just feels like it just keep calling me. It just keep calling me, won't let me go. And so it's now that I'm on this side of things in my life, like the sea has calmed and I can see things from a different perspective. We super women, yeah, there's some things we need to know about ourselves. And for those of you who love us, there's some things you need to know too. First things first, for those of you who love us, understand that we don't set out to be strong. We don't wake up in the morning and it's da-da-da-da-da-da, superpowers charge. I'm strong. We don't do that. We really don't. We don't intend to be. It's just something, it's just who we are. We don't know any other way to be. We get shit done. We see a need, we feel a need. That's just how we roll. And so it's not intentional. We're not trying to bulldoze you and get you out of the way. Even though it may come across like that, it's really laced with good intentions. And trust me, I understand that some of the most atrocious acts in the world have been laced with good intentions, but it really is. Like, we need you to understand that. The other thing that you need to understand is that more times than not, your superwoman, your strong woman probably resents being strong. And unfortunately for us, and that includes those of you who love us and for those of us who are, it's a horrible cycle that we get ourselves in because we're so strong and we're always taking care of everything and we get shit done. You come to rely on us for that. So we resent always having to be strong. It gets on your nerves, but that's what you expect from us. It's who we are. Because the minute we have a breakdown, the minute we're like, you're looking at us like, yeah, but you're strong. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Come on, get it together. So it's just an unfortunate cycle. And I know if the superwoman in your life probably said to you, like, but you never do this, you never help me, you never do that, your rebuttal will probably be, but you don't ask. Let me explain to you why we don't ask. We suffer from this horrible syndrome of not wanting to be a burden. We don't want to be a bother. I don't know who told us we would be if we asked. I don't know where we get it from. It's floating in the ethers of our membranes somewhere, and it's just what we think, and we've clung to this, and it's like, yeah. For me, I know my issue with that was that man back there. He ingrained in me, don't ask anybody for anything, always have your own. And even though at this point in my life I understand that is a concept that no longer serves me, it's very difficult for me to get my mindset out of that. Like, I'm doing much better with asking for help. Now, if you ask the people around me who love me, they'll probably say I can still work some more on it. But damn it, progress, okay? They gonna give me my credit for what I've done. And so It's very difficult for her to ask. She wants to ask, she just doesn't know how. And so sometimes it might just behoove you to kind of lovingly move us out of the way and do something for us. And understand in that, if you call yourself helping us, we don't need you to save the day for us. We're not a damsel in distress. Don't treat us with kid gloves because you'll probably piss us off and get out my way from us. But just a little bit, just a little gesture. Like for those of you who are husbands of Superwomen, something as simple as just taking care of dinner. Whether you cook it, whether you pick it up from somewhere, just grab it. She'd probably love you to, like, oh my God, just get the kids ready. And again, this is part of that horrible cycle that I've talked about. Because of the way that we appear to you all, if you help us, you're probably on edge, like, oh my gosh, because if I help her and I don't do it right, she's going to be mad. So your idea of help is to rely on us for the help. So your help will look something like this. Hey, I think I'm going to go get dinner. What would you like? Want a salad? Well, what kind of salad do you want? Want pizza? Okay, well, what kind of pizza do you want? And it just, for her, it's going to feel like, oh, damn it, I might as well just did it myself. If you're going to do it, just do it. And I know, again, it's that horrible cycle, but if you can just do one thing that you just make it so, like, in the words of Forrest Gump, that's one less thing. It's just one less thing for her to have to deal with. Oh my God, she will love you for it. She really will. The other thing that I'll add to that when it comes to like asking and all of that, you have to understand the strong woman, the superwoman in your life is so busy being on and doing for other people that she's so disconnected from herself, she probably doesn't even know what she wants or needs. If you were to ask her, she'll probably look at you like, I don't know, just do something. I don't know, because she really doesn't know. And I'll say this, I wholeheartedly recognize that no one asked us to be superwomen. No one asked us to do it. No one asked us to be it. No one asked us to take care of everything. It's just who we are. And so I totally understand where your frustration can come from. And even in talking about this, I'm reminded of when I was married. That was one of my ex-husband's complaints about me. He said I made him feel like I didn't need him. And at the time, I thought it was just a total bunch of crap. Like, oh, man, please. But now that I'm on this side of things, I can understand now how I contributed to him feeling that way. I'm reminded of this one year we were having a holiday party at our home, and I was cooking the meal. I had cooked like Cornish hens, greens, sweet potatoes. I think I did cornbread. Like I threw down, and I even topped it off with a homemade from scratch chocolate bundt cake with chocolate, like the chocolate drizzle icing, and I think I had chocolate and caramel. Well, while I'm making dinner, I start getting sick. I start getting nauseous. And he's telling me, man, babe, go sit down. I think you need to sit down. Because this needs to get done. Remember I told you, we just get shit done. So I'm like, nope, this needs to get done. I'm going to do this. Our guests start arriving. I've got dinner ready, but I'm still working on the bundt cake. I'm now preparing melting the chocolate and the caramel to do the icing and everything. Well, stomach starts churning, nausea sets in, and now all the contents of my stomach now pour forth from my mouth. Y'all know what I mean? Everybody's like, oh my God, are you okay? I was not. I felt like holy hell. I really did. But what did I do? Rinse my mouth out, grab a paper towel, blotted myself off, and was like, okay, I gotta finish this icing. And went back in the kitchen to finish the icing. Now everybody else is looking at me like I'm crazy, like, oh my God, girl, like it's not that serious. But in my mind, it was like, no, this needs to be done. You all were coming here expecting this. I've given you all the menu. It needs to be done. I'll rest later. I finished it, and then I took myself upstairs, but I probably should have just set my tail down the minute I felt sick and just went to go lay down. But I couldn't. Unintentionally, though, very unconsciously. So I say all that to say everyone else around me was like, girl, sit down. And so to all of my superwomen out there, I say this with all the love in my heart. I want you to really feel me, like come closer so you can really hear what I want to say to you. You really need to hear this. Sit your ass down. There. Like, no, for real. Do it. You owe it to yourself. Do it before God, the universe, whoever you want to call it, comes at you as if they are Whoopi Goldberg playing Oda Mae Brown in Ghost and tells you, Molly, you in danger, girl. So let me sit you down for you. Okay? You got that? Like, sit down. It's okay to rest. And I totally get it. You don't know how. It feels weird. It's strange. It's like, no, but I need to get this done. No, but you really need to rest. You really need to sit down. Here's the thing about strength that we tend to misconstrue. Strength is a quiet trait. Strength just shows up when it needs to, does what it needs to, and it bounces. But sometimes the strongest thing that you can do is to sit down, let someone else take care of it, or sit down and do nothing. There really is no shame. There's nothing wrong with it. That can be one of the strongest things that you ever do. And again, remember, no one asked us to be the strong one. No one asked us. So don't run yourself ragged, because it's one of the things that we do. We're so busy giving, doing, being for everyone else. And we're pouring from an empty cup, and some of us have been pouring from an empty cup for years. Our cup ain't been full since we were babies. It's time for you to sit down so that you can let your cup get poured. You're pouring into everybody else, but who are you allowing to pour into you? And trust me when I tell you, the people who love you want to pour into you. They do, but you need to sit down to get out of their way and your own way. You know that satisfaction you get? And really, let's be real. You're not really getting a whole lot of satisfaction in all that you're doing and being for everybody else. That gets on your nerves. You get tired of it. You want somebody to do for you. But you know the satisfaction that you get from being able to cross it off your list and say you did that you took care of everybody. That satisfaction. Let me just tell you. Girl, the satisfaction you will get from sitting down and letting other people do is so much greater. It really is. Like, honestly, this notion that we have to be all things and we have to be strong is one of the biggest detriments we've ever given ourselves. We bought into this huge, horrible, it is a lie. Lie from the pit of hell, okay? I don't know who, I don't know where, I don't know if it's necessarily hell, but for wherever it's from, you need to return it, okay? Because you're not doing yourself a service. You're not doing a service to anyone else. You're running yourself ragged. You're causing more harm to yourself and to the people around you who you love. Like I said, because we appear like we're such hard, steely wool cold. And it's frustrating when you hear that feedback. You're like, no, you're so insulted and you're hurt. Like, how could you think that? But baby, that's how you look to people. That's how you look. So sit down. I'm not saying stop getting stuff done that needs to be done, but I'm saying understand that everything that you think needs to be done doesn't need to be done. Unravel that cape. Take the thread off the S on your chest and just sit down. For those of you who love a superwoman in your life, you probably don't hear it often, and I know it can be difficult for you, but let me just say, thank you. We appreciate you, even if we don't know how to tell you, even if most times all we're doing is telling you all the ways you're failing us. We really do appreciate you loving us. To all my beautiful, wonderful, powerful women out there, I see you. I love you. I know you. Hell, I am you. Okay? And I love you enough to tell you sit down. Really. And I know it's difficult. I know. It's a daily process for me, but it's okay. There is strength in sitting down, and it's okay. Once again, I know you. I love you. I salute you. But your superpower doesn't lie in trying to be super to everybody. Nope. Allow yourself to be loved on and given to as much as you want to give to everybody else. The world will be better for it. Let the most super thing you do this weekend is just have a super weekend. How about that? Let that be your superpower. Just wake up and just, because you're super as you are. You don't need to You don't need to go on and do all that and running yourself ragged. You don't. I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a super awesome weekend. Till next time, bye.